Good morning. Good morning. You already know what time it is. Tony, Lavelle, 2 minute hash purchase. Pull up to the table, grab a seat, let's begin. Real conversations when the hats come in. Life lessons, relationships too. Different perspectives, but the talk stay true. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Life, love, truth, and wisdom. Yeah, we talking about it. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Don't miss it on Facebook and YouTube. Pull up and come kick it. Tony got perspective. The veil bring it truth. And when Queen Watkins pull up, she spilling that tea for you. Queen Watkins segment. Like that T-A-T. You know when Queen step in the room, the conversation getting real, real soon. Real, real soon. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. 2 minute hash podcast. Yeah, we talking about it.
I don't know. Can y'all hear me now? You can hear me, Clarence?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why I can't hear myself then?
I don't know, Tony.
I just heard you.
Can you hear me? Y'all can
I
hear
can't
me
hear
now?
you. I can't hear you coming through the speaker. It's coming through stream, y'all. But
Is your speaker? Is it your speaker?
no, it's not the speaker. It's something with the settings.
Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear us now?
It's something that you're gonna have to do on stream, y'all, for it to come through.
I don't. This is not. Yeah. They said they can hear us now. So hey, I'm gonna have to put my headphones in because I need to be able to hear. Test. Can I can't even hear you, baby. Talking in my.
It's coming through.
Okay. I can hear you, but I can't hear me. Say something, Queen.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Why? I can't hear me. What's up? Okay. All right. The devil is a lie. We back. So we are here for our relationship roundtable, and we have our special guest today, and I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves. I need to make an adjustment on that camera because it looked like Queen and her moving over there then kicked my camera around. So I'm going to make a quick adjustment on this camera so you guys can see our actual panel. And I had one more person. Where'd she go?
So Tony, I think you need to change your computer settings so you can be able to come through the interface. So why the speaker ain't coming through then? You just got juice.
Right here. One sip of wine, y'all. Look, one sip of wine, and it went to hell in a handbag. Excuse me, Pastor. I'm sorry. Hell in a handbag. Let me go on and finish this.
Go on, finish the dog.
All right. I got the bottle right here. All right. So let's do some housekeeping really quick. I want to do some housekeeping. So before we introduce our guest, I want, we're gonna have to make sure that because I don't want everybody talking at one time. So when we ask you a question, one person, if you want to raise your hand or just pass him the mic. Pastor has the mic. He had the mic, but we'll pass that mic around and as you guys answer that question, okay? So I want to make sure we get that out the way. And if you need a drink, we'll get you a drink. Just say, hey, I need a drink, and Tasia get you a drink. All right, so let's jump on into this. So I'm gonna start with our first couple, and I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, and then we'll go to our online customer and customer.
Hey, put your
Couple.
Put your wine.
Our online couple. We're gonna do our first in-house couple, then we'll do our online couple. Let them introduce themselves. Then we'll go to our single people. Okay. All right. So our first couple, introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Dr. Amelia and my husband, Pastor Danny.
Okay, doctor.
We lead Marriage Oneness, and for over 21 years, we have been helping couples heal, reconnect, and grow in their intimacy, purpose, and just knowing who they are.
Okay, then. She introduced her and the pastor. You know what I'm saying? Like, pastor ain't got nothing to say. Pastor, you want to say something? We ain't gonna do you like that. Them first ladies will do that sometimes.
Ditto.
All right. All right, now we're gonna introduce our online couple.
Hello, we are the Claders. We're from Toledo. We live in Toledo, Ohio. Happy to be here. We've been married for 2 months.
In 4 days.
2 months and 4 days. And we're happy to be here. Nothing? Oh, thank you.
2 months.
Yeah,
All right.
2 months and 4 days.
And so we have one more couple that's here, and I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Pass that mic back there to them.
What's going on?
You got it.
We are the Cannons. Yes, sir. We also the authors of a Memphis love story, 10 tips to a successful relationship. We've been married for 3 years together for, I'm gonna put her on the spot because I don't want to get it wrong. It don't matter. But yeah, we 13 years.
Y'all been together 13 years?
13
Or married
years.
13 years?
We've been married 3 years together, 13.
Okay.
We got our first child. She's 1 now. Baby girl. Shout out to Jordan, man. And yeah, we just here to have a good time. We here to soak up some knowledge, give some knowledge, and yeah, man, we happy. We excited.
Okay. Good deal. All right. So now those were our 3 couples, and now we're going to introduce our single individuals. And 2 of these people really don't need no introduction because they turned our last panel completely upside down. Actually, all 3 of them did. So we're going to let them introduce themselves.
Mic check 1 2. My name is Tavo. My name is Tavo. I don't know what y'all want me to say. I'm single.
He the boss.
See, there we go. But Tavo is the name, single is the game, and I'm passing the mic.
I don't know why them two sat beside each other.
Y'all left this chair
Pastor,
right
you gonna have to
next
pray
to
for them
Tavo.
because
Y'all knew I was gonna be late, and y'all left this chair right next to Tavo. Okay, my name is Brene, and I'm like Tavo. I'm a single, and we're here for the second time with two men in a hat, and Queen Watkins clocking it T. We're happy to be here. I'm happy to be here, and I'm gonna pass it to the next person.
y'all crazy. All right, come on. We ain't got all night. Come on, Damien. Yeah. Okay then. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. All right, so let's jump on in since we didn't everybody introduce themselves. And audience, our online viewers, if you have questions at home that you want to ask these couples, we have a couple that has been married 2 months, one that's been married 3 years, and the other one 24 years. 40?
Gee whiz.
Okay, they got me and Monica beat.
They got married when Moses came.
And then Monica, so I don't think I have to introduce Monica now, but we've been married 34 years. So we're here to kind of answer some of these questions too. So I didn't prepare these questions, but my wife is the person that likes to prepare, be super prepared. And I'm kind of an off the top, off the head kind of guy, but so what does a healthy relationship look like for you guys today?
What does it look like?
What does a healthy relationship look like?
We can start with the 40 marriage.
No. A healthy relationship looks like a relationship that can communicate effectively. It looks like a relationship that don't hide things. It looks like a relationship that's vulnerable to one another. A healthy relationship looks like a relationship that's been married 40 years. That's what a healthy relationship looks like. It looks like a relationship that's been married 34 years. It looks like a relationship that's been married. How long you been married? 3 years. A healthy relationship is something that you develop. It's not something you walk into, because all of us walk into a relationship broken. You bring in your past, you bring in your relationships, you bring in your mindset, you bring your family members, you bring in all that into a relationship. So a healthy relationship looks like a bowl of gumbo, but it tastes good.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
All right, hand that back to Sean. So he got something to add to that.
Yeah, man, I agree with everything he's saying. I feel like a healthy relationship, when taking that word healthy, meaning like balance. Yeah. A healthy relationship is balance. A healthy relationship is understanding, just like the weather, man. Some days it's gonna rain, some days the sun gonna shine, but long as you stay on the grind and keep each other in mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, far as just thinking about one another, right. Reading body language, it's so many different things that can take place within a healthy relationship, but mainly it's about balance and understanding that every day ain't gonna be the same, So yeah.
I think for us, and Monica, you can answer this as too as well. But for us, the main thing with a healthy relationship is communication. We gotta always start there. You got to be able to communicate. Healthy relationship is being patient, having some grace, forgiving. There are gonna be some times when I don't like you and you don't like me, but we still love each other. We still have patience. We still kind, So I think that a healthy relationship it start with communication, but it involves, all of the things that a pastor said and all of the things that Sean said as well. You add all that together, and then you can have a healthy relationship. And I want to hear from our single people too, because you guys are out there in the dating world, and you may have an idea of what it looks like to you, or what you want it to be. So come on, Damon. Well, before you get Damon.
Healthy relationship for me is safety. You gotta have a safe place, like a safe place. You gotta feel safe and secure in whatever you're in. Communications is a huge part of it, but safety for me is the biggest part. Like I feel safe with Tony. Even with my daughter, she's a single adult now. I want her to know that when she goes out and her man finds her, she needs to feel safe around him. I don't care who he is, wherever he is. Look, wherever you at, African man. She needs to feel safe.
Black man.
Petty.
Safety is
selective.
Top of the list outside of communications and patience.
Also, if you want to, before Damon answers, if you want to call in, if you are married or you single and you got an idea what a healthy relationship looks like or feels like, you can call in at 901-438-3520 to give your comment as well. We also have, before I go any further, we have a comment from Pastor Clark. He says a healthy relationship is filled with trouble that each party actively communicates with each other about the underlying issues. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I think a healthy relationship.
We're gonna let Diamond, then we're gonna come to you, Clarence.
I think a healthy relationship is when two people take the time to become whole as individuals. Because what we don't handle in our singleness is gonna bleed over into our together.
Talk, man. Talk.
I say it all the time, Tony.
So when we become whole as singles, when we become together, we become a new whole. Not saying that we're going to be perfect, but we have to take the time out to really understand who we are and asking the right questions up front and getting naked mentally and emotionally.
Wow.
Before we get physically.
Lord Jesus.
Help today.
I want to kind of add to what he said, that we're working to become one thing. The Bible pretty much states that you two will become one.
Mm-hmm.
That means that you're not coming into this on the, you may have the same goals, the same mindset, and have the same direction that you may want to go in. But like you said, you individually have your own things as individuals that you're bringing together. So it's learning how to compromise.
Yep.
Compromising comes with, like he said, body language. I don't know who said body language, but I'm thinking of love language. Everybody don't love the same.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody don't feel love because this is your love language. So my love language may be quality time, and your love language may be gifts.
Right.
And you might be buying me gifts and feel like, oh, I'm buying her this, I'm getting her this, and I'm making her happy. That can make me happy, but it may not make me feel whole.
Yeah.
So now, if I'm getting that quality time, I might be, running over.
I said presence you be talking about, Tony. You gotta be present.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you have to learn your person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know what their love language. Some people have all love language, but prioritize those.
All right, Clarence.
I believe that it takes a whole lot of compassion, especially in the beginning and being brand new. Like, we're gonna make mistakes. You gotta be forgiving, and then you just gotta be compassionate. Like, you gotta love her delicately. You just have to, and I hope that she do the same. And you just work to get stronger.
Yeah, I think we danced off that song real well. That old school hip hop song. Rob Bass said, "It takes two to make a thing go right."
Yeah.
And if both of you all are not in it, it ain't gonna go right.
Yeah. I like the idea of becoming one. And Lavelle always talks about this, and I think that when single people, I saw a podcast and the guy said that, it's hard to come into a relationship and truly love somebody else when you ain't learning how to love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't learned how to love yourself and treat yourself right, How you gonna go into a relationship and treat somebody else right, and love somebody else right?
Right.
You ain't gonna be able to do that till you learn to love yourself.
I love everything that's being said, and I just want to piggyback off a couple of items. Becoming one. We are forever becoming
Yes,
one.
That's my new pastor.
Absolutely.
You a mess. My husband and I have been married 40 years, and we are still learning each other.
Yes.
Because we are forever growing and changing, and we give each other that room to grow.
Absolutely.
I mean, I wouldn't want my husband still be in the 1970s. I want him to change and grow.
Absolutely.
And then I also love what I've heard a minister say many, many years ago: half a man and half a woman makes half a marriage.
Yeah.
You have to be whole.
Have to be whole.
It's not 50-50, it's 100-100.
Yes.
Now it's going to be some days where it's going to be some days where he's not at 100.
Right.
I'm going to have to be that 100.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to cover
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Now I can't be in there all on the defense and you did this and I don't know why you feel this way, and
It's the help me. It's the help me piece. It help me where you missed it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Talk more about that help me.
But the thing about it is, we always say help mate. Mating is when you touch each other physically. Help me is when I'm there for you collectively whole. Yeah.
All right. So that was very good. I mean, that was some really good, healthy answers. So how has your definition of love changed over time? And we just had this conversation about love and throwing that word love around too loosely. And I think sometimes when we say we love people, we don't really love people like we say we love people. It comes with a condition. I love you contingent upon what you can do for me. But love is more than that. Love is actionable. Love is kind. Love is patience. And so when I think about love, my definition of love has definitely changed over a period of time, because I also thought, like many others, I had so many relationships in the past, and I'm not talking about dating relationships. I'm just talking about relationships, friendships, ships, period. And I thought I loved people sometimes until I really realized I was infatuated with being around a person. That's different than love. You can be infatuated. So I want to know, like, how has your definition of love changed? And this may be more. I don't really want to say that, because I was going to say the more seasoned people can probably answer this one a little better. But no, I think younger people are now really experiencing what love is and how love is supposed to be and what love looks like. Everybody may not have had that example of love in their life, or you may have had an outside source. It may have not come from inside your family. It may have come from outside. So whoever want to start off with that is more than welcome.
One of the definitions of love that we like to talk about is love is selfless acts of giving designed to benefit the other at the expense of self. They're selfless acts of giving designed to benefit the other at the expense of self.
That's your post for tonight.
Yeah,
you make sure you post it.
Well, shout out to my pastor who shared that with us. But yeah, it's a difference. Love is an act.
Yeah.
It's not just a word. Love is an act.
I don't want to say that love for me has changed. I think I want to just say that experiencing other people and their way of loving has taught me how to love people. And what I mean by that is being aware that everybody not raised the same way. Everybody don't think the same way.
Same value.
Not having that expectation of you seeing things clearly the way that I do, because the backgrounds could be different. So I guess for me, it's knowing that I was raised properly. My way of loving to me is proper. So continue to love that way, but understand that you might not get that in return. You may not see that from somebody else, but don't allow it to change who you are. So not more so of a change for me, but learning how to love people who don't know how to really love.
That's hard.
That's very hard.
Very hard.
Because in that you're put in the space then to be Christ-like.
You gotta love people
And that's
for
where
they
the
are.
challenge come in.
Yeah.
It's challenging to love people who don't love you for real.
Don't know how.
Or don't know how to love you. You know, so you still gotta be this person or try to be this person and not be to them who they are to you.
So let me ask you this before you put that mic down. Follow up. What's the cap for you for that? Like what's the, you know, because
It's setting boundaries.
Mm.
You have to set boundaries because I could love you, but I could overextend myself. And a lot of times we do that because we're too busy trying to prove our love, not understand that we're trying to people please.
Yeah.
I don't care how much you try to show them, if they can't see it or they've never received it in that manner, that's gonna be a lesson for them over time, which gonna drain you, it's gonna drain you, and it's gonna drain you. And what they say, you can't pour from an empty cup. So if I'm being drained, what I got left to give?
That's that super savior syndrome. That's that super savior syndrome.
It's a little bit too much for me.
Yeah.
Now, I used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
But I had to learn to set my boundaries. If you don't know I love you about what I done already showed and did,
I'm out.
There we go.
hey, baby, I love you from a distance.
Yeah.
Long handle spoon.
That's how you do it.
This kind of tough to come behind. So I'm just gonna speak for me. I think my biggest thing is identifying the love language for me. Everybody love different. I just thought love was taking care of the house. You know, I pay this, I pay that. You should be all right. Be quiet, shut up. But in reality, it's like it's way more than that. You know, you gotta be.
And that's crazy, but a lot of people, a lot of young guys think like that.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
But that's where they got it from.
Yeah.
I wasn't really.
Learned behavior.
Yeah.
I really wasn't taught to be soft with a woman. I really wasn't an affectionate type. Like none of that. Like I feel like you gotta be hard outside and inside. So it comes with being in different relationships. You kind of fail here, you kind of fail there. And when I started to tap in, like I didn't know what a love language was, didn't have a clue.
Yeah.
You asked me now, I'm be like, huh, what you talking about? Like I don't talking about that. I thought it was so soft. And like you put on this face, I'm like, damn, I gotta be super tough. If I cry in front of my woman, like you soft, you know? So once I typed in with the other side and kind of learned like different love language, kind of like dissecting myself, I can look at women a little different. I can function a little different. So just identifying the love language. And my first question, and like not my first question, but if I'm having a conversation with a lady, we having a good convo. Like one of my questions gonna be, what's top of your love languages? If you can't identify that already let me know, like, damn, it's probably our last date. You know?
So let me ask you a follow-up question before you jump any further, because you touched on a couple of key things, and one of the things was just being vulnerable and having that safe space or soft space for men.
It's not respected.
We were always taught, be a man, grow up, be a man. You do this, you do
don't
that.
Cry. Oh,
yeah, you don't cry. But we was taught that as babies, because when we fail as a baby, get up, boy, you get up, suck it up, right? You know, right? But then as soon as the young lady, a baby fall, girl fall, go, they coddle them, hold them, right? So they was teaching them that then, and they was teaching us, you know, that learned behavior. And so when we got older, it was like, you know, I'm supposed to be this tough exterior type person, and I can't be vulnerable. And then a lot of times when we try to be vulnerable, you know, we're exposed, or we're vulnerable to the wrong person, and then that person turns around and uses that against us, and then we don't want to be vulnerable anymore. So
yeah,
in your learning that love and trying to be vulnerable and showing that soft side, how has that helped you grow?
I mean, to be honest, it's for me and not them. Like if a woman can't accept that, then it's not the woman for me. You know, so I have been in situations where I've been vulnerable with women and it's been used against me as a weapon. You know, it is what it is. You feel me? I can take a punch. I've been fighting all my life. So you feel me? So it is what it is, man. Like you just,
Sean got something to say, man.
you just,
Sean got something to say.
you just
He on
gotta
the
keep
edge,
pushing.
he on the
Yeah,
edge.
you gotta keep pushing. You
He
feel
on the
me?
edge. He on the edge.
Once you keep pushing, you're gonna be straight.
Yeah, let me ask Clarence, because because I know Clarence and I know this rough exterior type of person, and how he was kind of raised. So which you being in you're the youngest married couple on here. And being this youngest married couple, even though you guys have been together a few years, how has being vulnerable to your mate, like has that been an issue?
Personally, it's scary because I hope and feel like she's gonna be there and accept my vulnerabilities and not play on me, but I felt like that with other people that I was with, and it didn't happen like that. But I trust. Well, see, first off, being with Cheryl has given me a whole nother definition of what love is by being with her. So
Y'all gonna have to get out the podcast.
so I had to rewrite what my definition of love was. So it's like the bar was raised real high, and I'm good with it. But I wasn't, what I said was love, and thought I was in love. I really wasn't in love, like, because it wasn't a two-way street. You know, I might have been feeling like I was being loved, but I don't feel like how I feel being with her. So I changed, my definition has changed.
Cheryl,
But it's scary though.
So Cheryl, I'm gonna ask you the same question, because you both have entered into this marriage, haven't been married before, and you guys undoubtedly learned some things in your first marriage, and now you into this marriage with you guys together. So what has been the difference in the relationship this go round, and what is different, and why do you feel like Clarence is your safe space for you?
For me, I've grown as a person from my previous marriage. I know coming into this relationship what I was looking for and the type of person I was looking for. And I wanted someone to have my back when I don't have it. I want someone to fall with me when I fall. Or if I'm up there, I need him up there with me. And that's how I knew by the little things that I said to him. And my family's real family oriented. So that was either the make or break deal with me when it came to him, because I can't be with someone that is not all about family.
I think this is exactly, I think what you're saying is exactly what Dr. Cole was just saying about the 50, I can't stand the 50-50 relationship. I can't
exist.
I can't stand that. But it's having when your mate it can only bring 50% that day because they just depleted. They tired, they didn't gave, and then you got to be the 150 that day. You got to carry the weight until they're able to carry it. So, and I think what you're saying is on the same lines of what Dr. Cole said, because we have to have each other back. If I'm falling, I don't want Monica to fall with me. I want Monica to be there to help pick me up.
Right.
If I'm up and she's down, I want to be able to bring her up to the level where I'm at. Right. So I think as we grow, we start to learn each other. We learn what makes each other tick, what makes each other better, and we should be that component that helps each other become better, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So I want to hear from Brene.
I just want to say this. Going back to the creating a safe space for men to be vulnerable. That has become a very big issue in my generation and just time right now. A lot of men don't feel safe with being open. So I'm young, but I'm very big, and I'm just like this with people anyway, creating a safe haven for people to just be able to be open, honest, be themselves, even if if they down, they can be open about that. But taking their time afterwards, practicing, showing that, hey, I know that, but I got you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times little things happen, and then there it is, like Clarence said, you throwing this up in my face. Now I'm hearing it again. This happened, and now that just triggered you to bring that back up, but you forgave me and you still here. So it's just one of those things of really creating that safe space for the man to feel comfortable being vulnerable. And I think that's where a lot of us women, we need to practice in that area.
I think too.
It's a must-have.
Yeah, I think some of the other problem is as far as married relationships, the scripture talks about you shall leave your mom and dad and cleave unto your mate. And that cleave thing is something that's very personable to the word. You have to literally like all the outside noise, all the outside sources, because it's working in their marriage, it ain't gonna work in your marriage and that type of thing. We see stuff on the other side and we think it's gonna work over here. That ain't gonna work. And you got to make sure that you got your stuff together in your household at your address. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Come on, Cortavis.
I'm just gonna add. I know a lot of people in our community are not like fond of it, but therapy is real.
Oh yeah.
If you're not
Absolutely.
tapped in, if you don't got no therapist, let me know. I send you the number. But
I got one on speed dial.
But therapy is real. We deal with a lot of childhood trauma. We deal with a lot of trauma. We think we over, but we put a cover over it and be like, oh, I forgot about it. And to a point, that's what create triggers. Yeah. So I wasn't gonna say nothing about therapy. Wasn't even on my mind. So she said like triggers and stuff. But if you're not tapped in with your inner, I don't like using this word, but I'm using it anyway. If you ain't tapped in with your inner demon, like you ain't really in tune with yourself. Yeah. Because everybody got a dark spirit in them. I don't care who you are. Oh, yeah. If that was the case, nobody would get mad in life. So if you ain't tapped in with your dark side, you ain't gonna even know how to recover. So that's all I got.
Devin Banks says, build a triangle, you, your spouse, and God. Triangles can't be broken, circles can. Come on, Sean.
Okay. So I kind of want to piggyback off what he was saying, and then he kind of tied into what I'm about to say too. Meaning like love is more than just a word. It's a verb. It's an action. It's like you got to put in real work. Love is earned. Love is learned. Like you got to learn how to love somebody too, And just to kind of speak on my current situation, I know for a fact my wife love me, But as humans, we have our days. Yeah. And when I say love is learned, looking at my baby girl, knowing that she don't know the difference between this and that. All she know is what she see.
Right.
And to see her be able to smile about small things. Yeah. That's love. Yeah. That's learned behavior. Like, I'm earning her trust. I'm earning her love. Yeah. So it's so many different things that we can speak on when it comes down to just love in general, but just knowing that love is learned, love is earned. Love is more than just a word. It's an action. Yeah. It's a verb. I feel like, man, knowing that will help us all out a lot, because you got to show it. Right. You can say it all day, but when you show it, right, that's how you grow it, and then that's how the other person know it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Hey, Tony, me and you used to work at Rentway, right?
And you go bringing up old stuff.
Hey, but it's a good analogy.
Okay, come on with it.
Some folks would lose their rental product, but they was able to pick up what they lay off. They can be reinstated. Right. So a lot of time when you mess up or do something, you need to be able to allow that person to pick up where y'all left off. You know what I'm saying? We got that's that grace, you know what I'm saying, that we don't really allow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff, y'all. We almost done with the PG side.
Got through the hall.
Yeah.
So,
we got?
so I want to ask you guys. I want to ask you guys because I want to deal with the communication part of it, because I think all of us can agree that communication is very big in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I would even say that it is one of the foundation pillars of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Communication. So if we understand and know that communication is a big part of a relationship, why do we have so many relationships failing because of communication? So
Right.
What was the question?
Go ahead, Dame. Huh? Why do so many relationships fail because of the lack of communication?
I would take it back to love.
Mhm.
Because we had to be connected to the author of love,
Mhm.
which is God, to
Okay.
understand the power of love. And learning how to love from a spiritual standpoint instead of just a natural standpoint. Love, yeah. Love. I'm just saying, love operates at its best when you really don't feel like doing it. Sometimes we got to step outside of ourselves.
Yep.
You know, a lot of us have learned how to live with the pain instead of dealing with the pain. That's why a lot of us can't open up and communicate. We have to be connected to the author of love. That's going to help us overcome the boy and the little girl that still lives deep within us to fully open up and express ourselves.
So if you have in a relationship, you enter into a relationship. I'm just gonna say you enter into a relationship, and you have been this person all your life. You watched your mom and dad communicate. You watch your granddaddy and grandmother communicate effectively with each other, and then you get into a relationship and you meet a woman that maybe has not been shown how to communicate properly. Like, how do you get over that hump in that relationship? Because you want to communicate, but this person doesn't seem to want to communicate or come out that shell to talk.
That's why I say love operates at its best when you don't feel like doing it. Because if you can communicate and the other person don't want to communicate, and if they can be honest enough to open up and say, this is my struggle, this is my problem. Just like they say, love is patient, love is kind. So if you're going to love when you don't feel like doing it and you know that you see some potential in that person, you're going to be patient with that person. And sometimes you have to take the lead.
Okay.
Why be in a relationship if you can't communicate? You gotta talk.
But let me, and I'm gonna let my wife answer that. I think what happens is that it goes back to, like, sometimes people don't have those examples in their life. Correct. They've never been shown love. They've never been shown kindness. They've never been shown. If you watch your mom and dad fight and argue, well, that was a toxic relationship that you watched, and you might have grown up thinking that that's the way relationships are supposed to be. So if you don't really know how to communicate, and sometimes it's not that we don't really know how to communicate, we just don't know what to say.
Yeah.
And that could be as simple as, like he said, just being patient and me talking to you and saying, hey, you know what, Laquita, I understand that you may not really understand this communicates piece, but I'm gonna be, we're gonna talk this thing through, we're gonna pray together about it, we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna keep till you feel comfortable. And now again, I mean, my level of patience is gonna be correct. At some point I'm gonna say, nah, come on, Quita. Now we've been doing it 3 years now, and we still at the same point. Then I might have to reevaluate our relationship. But you do have to have some patience with people, and you have to allow people to grow. One of the first things Dr. Cole says is, he's still living in 1970, and we in 2026, he ain't grew up.
That's a problem.
That's a problem, right? So we have to allow each other to grow. And Lavelle and I had a whole podcast series on it about growing. If every 3 to 4 years you're not growing and you're staying the same, you have a problem. We got a caller coming in. Hey, caller, you're on the line. Caller.
Is it connected right?
Caller, on the line, caller.
Okay.
Can come on now. Call her. Okay.
It's Clark.
Okay, there you go.
Hey,
Come
Pastor
on.
Clark.
Hey. Man, where y'all at, man? I was trying to get on this live with y'all. I pull up your house, you ain't here.
What? We're on Union. I mean Madison.
Okay.
I'm telling you to the wrong. We're on
Take the
Madison.
wine away.
Need
Take
another
the wine
drink.
away.
Man, that's hot topic. I love it.
Tasia Boo, he's cut off.
Clark, I don't know what you're saying, but is you drunk, Pastor?
No. Man,
Bruh.
Look at First Lady laughing. Well, can you come on and say your point and then drive on over to 1906 Union? I mean, Madison.
That man on Union. What's on Union, Doc?
I don't even know, bro.
how long y'all gonna be there? How long y'all gonna be online?
Man,
Doc, you pull up, come on in the room.
Hold up, I'm
Hey,
gonna
don't be treating the pastor like that, bro.
Yeah, you get to drive 1906 Madison, Pastor.
Across the street from Harry's.
Cross the street from Huey. Boy,
I'm about to
Pat that
forget what
laugh
I
in
was
the
gonna
back.
say.
Okay, we got a couple of comments. Sometimes communication is keeping quiet.
Negative.
Well, no, I don't agree with it. Because you got to
To a certain degree.
Yeah, because you got to like what I've learned. Sometimes if you can speak too soon.
Yes, that's correct.
So
that is correct.
Because you got to be able to absorb what has happened and what occurred.
But when you say silence, you got to elaborate.
Right. I mean, hey, but I was just trying to elaborate on that as well.
No, I'm talking about the person that
Right.
said it didn't elaborate.
Right.
Because they doing it online too. So one thing too is God gave you one mouth and 2 ears.
Come on,
so
Doc.
you got to be able to shut up sometimes.
That's correct. That is correct.
And so maybe her quiet, when she's saying keep quiet, that means let me sit back and listen to what my man is really saying, so I can really understand and digest what he's saying, so I can respond properly.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? So I'm assuming, and if I'm wrong, you can type it back in the comments, Keisha, or you can just say it back there, Keisha.
That
okay, there we go.
Say exactly what you feel when you feel it. There we go. I agree with that. I agree with that.
I think correct.
I can add to that when I feel a certain way, I have to make sure I stop and think about my response before I just act on it. So sometimes keeping quiet, Tony can talk to the family. I'm quiet. I already know that, but yeah, I am quiet. So I do sometimes, and I even do that today. I have to stop and think about what I'm saying in response to whatever I'm feeling at that moment, because I don't want to say the wrong thing, and I don't want to overreact to whatever we're going through at that time.
It's a 70s song that says, "Stop, look, listen to your heart, hear what it's saying."
Yeah.
Don't nobody know.
Go listen to it. That's that pimping right there. Y'all don't know about that pimping. Maybe the Coles know about that pimping, right?
After Brene, I want to hear what Dr. Cole has to say about this, because I do think that we have to because Monica and I, we're the same way. And this is understanding your mate's love language too.
Yeah.
So if something is bothering Monica and Monica is quiet and I don't really know what's going on. Sometimes there are levels to it.
Yeah.
We talked about the levels, right?
Yeah.
There are levels to it. So if I know that I done did something, I know I need to give her some time.
Yeah.
Right? Because if I don't, it might not come out like
And Monica got them faces, you'll know.
So with her, there are levels. I know. So there's this intermediate level where she just, I maybe have done something, or she just, not, or I can tell when she's just not feeling her best. So she's in one of those. I give her time. I give her space. So that's me being quiet,
right?
But being there, being present.
I like that, dog.
That's being quiet, but also letting her know I'm still there. Like I might come in and just kiss her. ain't say nothing to her because I'm giving her that space that time.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah. So, right.
Blame my baby.
Oh.
Well, damn, Pastor. I ain't expect for you to just come on and throw me under the bus. Like, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Come on, Renee.
I'm just piggyback before I say what I originally wanted to say. Going back to what she said, which I was speaking about, is about silence. That also intertwines with the patience. That plays a part in being patient when you know, okay, right now I just need to hold my tongue. Right now I just don't need to say nothing. Right now I just need to give space. I also want to say that with patient, you're also looking for effort while being patient. So with even the patience, effort is expected because a person can be patient and allowing you the opportunity to, okay, go ahead, communicate with me, or okay, this is the opportunity where you can, but not trying to look at it from your perspective. If you see this as an opportunity, it might not be an opportunity for them, but still being patient. Now, like y'all said, as time going by, there needs to be a change, at least a step.
Mm-hmm.
You crawl before you walk, but at least take some steps to showing that I'm working on this, But going back to the original question, why is communication so much of an issue and causing couples to split? It's not just about communicating. It's about understanding, being able to understand what's being communicated. Effectively, because I can express to you and express you and express you, but if you're not trying to think from a different perspective other than yours, then that communication is just like saying nothing.
We can get nowhere. Yeah.
And then the other part is the trust aspect. Like maybe I wouldn't want to date right now if I wouldn't want to date right now. Because really, just watching and listening to people now.
It's a counterfeit culture, like you talk about.
Trust is just not there. Like you can't trust these folks for real. And so even with your spouse, me and Tony got married real young. I was 20 years old when I got married. And at 20 years old, I didn't have a clue. But I did know that I had to learn to trust him to be able to move forward. And if that trust aspect is not there, I don't know. I don't know, Tay, you might be doomed. I don't know.
Don't do it like that. No, Nita, no. No.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We want to, because we got so much time. Come on, Dr. Cole.
So let me say first, to give you a little background. Yes, we've been married 40 years. The first year was match made in heaven, just beautiful. The next 4 years was pure hell.
That's how I usually
been there.
Whatever you can imagine happened in our marriage. He was the great. I'm going to talk about him for a moment.
Uh-oh. Payback.
Payback is a mother, ain't it?
Now, when he tell the story, he throws some things in there like I had to get her off the pole. Yeah. I was just. He's a regular comedian, okay?
Okay, then.
But mine is real life. He was the biggest sinner I know the next 4 years. He was the biggest alcoholic, smoking weed, sleeping around with anything with two legs, and then some with one. Not some with one.
Not one.
So the background.
Hold on. I want to hear this.
So I need you to know the background when I
this
talk.
This is Grace right here. I want to hear this Grace. She finna share this Grace.
So God is able.
Yeah.
So within that time, I stayed in a church. It wasn't teaching me anything, but I knew the church was in me.
Right.
And he joined whatever church I came to.
Right.
So by the time they were all hypocrites, he became like what he saw, the deacon was in the church asking for my number, just messy. So God miraculously moved us and got us into a good church, left one state to another. He's smoking weed in the garage one day when the Lord spoke to him and said, move to Atlanta. So long story short, we got to Atlanta and God changed us within 1 year's time because of the teachings of this church. The communication as a woman, we have the gift to gab. We can run our mouths.
Yeah.
This little tongue can tear you down or build you up.
Oh, yeah. The women are the real pimps.
What you say?
Life and death is in the tongue.
Look at Adam and Eve.
Mm-hmm.
We were created with the spirit of influence.
Yeah.
We can either influence that man to do good or to
Only
do
shit all the
bad.
time.
Yeah.
And so God had to have me to shut my mouth because he wasn't hearing from God. Because I was always nagging
Always
and
in his
complaining.
ear.
I was always telling
Come
him
on.
what he should do and why you don't do it this way. But God said, look, I need you to hush it,
The wrong communication. Yeah.
be quiet,
Yes.
and let me talk to him.
Yeah.
That's my child, not yours. So I had to learn to shut my mouth and allow God to do his work.
Yeah.
Now I know God can use a donkey, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm honored that he used me because he told me, I was like, he had to use tough love on me. I'm like, why I always got to be the one to repent? Why I always got to tell him, he okay and suck it up me? He said, who are you? Were you there when I hung the moon and the stars in the sky to shine by night, the sun to shine by day? You're just a puppet on the string. You move as
Nothing
I
but a
please.
filthy rag.
So do as I say.
Yes.
And shut your mouth. So God had to have that tough love on me for me to close my mouth. This is what communication was for us for all those years. So God could speak to him. I know that he is the man that he is today because God used me to shut my mouth. God said that, now you don't want to? That's okay. I'll move you out the way. I'll move another woman in your place to do what I called him to do. I said, no, Lord, use me. I'll be your donkey. So during that time that was my communication. I had to learn to shut my mouth. And it took time before God allowed me to come back out of that box and put me forth.
Yeah.
And now it's one thing I want him to share before you start. The 3 biggest things that cause divorce and division in marriage and relationships.
The 3 biggest things: communication, sex, and money. You're either not saying enough, not getting enough, or not making enough. Those are the 3 biggest things. And one of the things I want to just add to what she was saying is we're not by any means advocating abuse.
Right.
Mentally or physically.
Right.
Get help.
That's a beautiful
help.
testimony, though.
It's deeper than that, but we don't have a lot of time. But anyway, no, we're not advocating abuse. I would not suggest that anyone go through what my wife went through. That's what God called us to do.
Right.
So for those who are listening, he's not telling you to stay in an abusive relationship.
Right.
He told us to do it this way.
Right.
So just to be clear, God is not telling you to do what Danny and Amelia did.
Right.
He's telling you to do what you do.
Right.
And you follow the instructions of the Holy Spirit for your relationship.
Right.
Don't try to advocate for your spouse to be like my wife, because he may not be calling you to do that.
Let me say
Don't
this.
use our name in your bedroom.
Wow.
One last thing, and I'll pass the bike.
Let me say this.
Hold on, wait a minute. But what I heard was stamina, because majority of the time in this society now, in this culture now, we quit too fast. And you stay, you stayed, got quiet, and if you wouldn't have did what you did, you probably would have vamped.
Yeah,
he would have vamped. But you said, I'm gonna stay, and I'm gonna stay planted, and I'm gonna see what the outcome gonna be.
Yeah.
I always said, God, I know the man I married is still in there. He's just covered up in all this junk.
In that mess, yeah.
Hello.
The pastor told us the other day in revival that sometimes God will come and have to step in your mess to get you out the mess.
Hello.
And that's what he did in y'all's relationship. He came and stepped in the mess and said, look, woman, I can't speak to him with you in his ear, yapping in his ear. I need to be able to speak to him and speak to his heart. And you had to obey. What if you didn't listen? Then you wouldn't be 40 years. right?
And wouldn't have 10 grandchildren.
Hello.
And 3 grown children. And 2 books. I've just completed our second book, The Passion Framework. Now, we've been doing this for 21 years. When God called us back home to Memphis, we started our own 501c3 and began to teach other couples what we've been through.
Right.
To let them know there is hope.
Right. There is hope.
That you can do this. You can come through this. So now we're doing our second book. The first one was Pursuit of Passion, also on Amazon. The second one is The Passion Framework, and also on Amazon. We have podcasts telling our testimony. Anywhere you listen to your podcast, we're there. It's called The Passion Podcast with Marriage Oneness. But May 7th, we're doing our book launch for the second book, The Passion Framework Experience at the Memphis Botanic Garden. It's our biggest event yet.
Okay.
So we've been here in Memphis 21 years and people don't know us. So we've been helping couples and they're now pushing us out farther. So I thank God for that.
Good. So we have some comments and I'm a little confused. Big Man says, hello, I have a question. My work bully pantsed me. I don't know what this is. PANTSED. When I looked it up, it means to pull somebody's trousers down. So I don't know.
We're gonna skip it.
So
they on the wrong line.
Well, I guess they trying to. I don't know, but I'm really trying to understand what this person said because somebody else joined in and said, "Yeah, this is really weird." But somebody pantsed me at work today again. What do I do to make him stop? I work at Walgreens, by the way, and he's much bigger than me. I'm only a 5'2", and I'm a man.
Call security.
Man, you need to call the police.
Call the union.
That's a boy, Damon. That's a boy.
Call Barquise.
Call the union, baby.
Yeah, that's wrong show. Wrong show. Okay. So did anybody else want to add to that before we get out of the?
I just had one little piece.
Okay.
For this last PG-13 piece. Going back to the last piece of what they said as far as not accepting abuse and staying somewhere where you really shouldn't be staying. A lot of people don't have the spirit of discernment. So I'm just gonna say that for me, I'm big on now praying about and seeking God concerning the person that I involve myself in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when you do that off top, it don't take long for God to start showing you if it's for you or if it's not for you.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you are already there and you have not done that, it's not too late.
Okay.
But being in that space spiritually also to be able to hear and know when it's him showing you what you asking for.
Right.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Tony.
Come on, Clarence.
Hey, I believe that relationships that don't last because of the communication is from ego. You can't have an ego, bro. You gotta be able. You're not gonna be able to communicate if you got ego and pride, bro.
I totally agree.
Eliminate that.
Got to be selfless.
That ego and pride thing. That's a whole nother. So let me make a quick. I want to do this quick little announcement real quick before we jump into part 2.
This guy.
Yeah, it's gonna get a little crazy now. So I want to. I don't know. Won't let me do it. Probably. Let me try it again. Okay. It won't let me do it. It won't let me add. So let me just say it. We are having. Okay, there you go. Just all of a sudden, out the blue. Let me add it to the stage. We are doing our backpack drive right now for our unhoused population. We started this less than a week ago. I was talking to my wife, and I was actually browsing through Temu, and I saw they had a clearance on these super huge backpacks. And I was like, boy, our unhoused population, they can put a lot of stuff in them backpacks. So for those who don't know, Lavelle and I, we do a tent drive every year in the Saturday before Thanksgiving, where we hand out tents to our unhoused. And last year was the biggest one yet, where we were able to hand sleeping bags, tents, and we had a couple of backpacks that I was able to secure. So this year, we wanted to start way early. So I just wanted a few backpacks, and my wife said, let's shoot for 100. And I was like, 100? She was like, yeah. Y'all, we are 17 away from hitting 100 in less than 17. We need y'all help. These are the backpacks, and y'all can see they're the super huge backpacks they start coming in already. I have ordered 83 of them, and we need 17 more to hit 100. So it's a $20 donation to secure one of these backpacks. We're gonna fill these backpacks with some of the essential things that they need: deodorants, hats, gloves, scarf, whatever we can fill them up with. And thank God last year, Cheryl and Clarence came down from Ohio, and joint ventured with us, and it was a beautiful thing. They got a chance to see this firsthand. So, and the reason I said that, because we have some 2 men in hats and shirts and coffee mugs and tumblers in the back that we're selling, and we're going to use these proceeds to get other things that we need. This month we're doing the drive for the backpack. Next month it's the thank you. Next month it's the blankets. The month after that we're doing the sleeping bags, and then we're gonna go into our tents. So we're starting early. We're not gonna wait till October to start getting this stuff in. We're starting early. So we want you guys, if you can sow a seed, $, the number 2 men in hats 2024. That's our cash app. If you want to Zelle it, you can Zelle it. Just inbox me, or if you got cash, we pick it up. Or if you just want to order it yourself, I'll send you the link. I don't have a problem with that, So, because I want you to use that credit card you got and go and order 6 or 7 of them. All right. So I want to make that announcement real quick before we get into part 2. All right.
And don't forget about the coats.
The who?
The coats.
Yeah, we did. We actually did coats last year too. That wasn't part of it, but we asked people that if they had coats that they weren't wearing to bring those, and we'll do the same this year.
Because some of the unhoused did extra coats.
Yeah, they yeah, we're just trying to take a month at a time and focus on each month on something different.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all ready for part 2?
Let's do it.
All right. Let me take me
put that cup down, man.
All right. Last week, we had a conversation, very unusual conversation. In the conversation, we talked about the swinger community. And so I started thinking about boy, everybody started, but yeah, you sweating, Cheryl? Are you sweating over there? Oh my God. So I found out that the swinger thing been around since the 40s. It was crazy how it started. So the swinger thing actually started with military pilots, which is weird, but they were in a wartime, and so they was building this big camaraderie with all of their other pilots and families getting together because they were going off the war and they didn't know if they was going to come back. And so they started this closeness, and then they started swapping mates. And they did it for a protection thing. And then of course this whole thing has transcended over the last, I don't know, to up to date. So in the 70s, it went from kind of doing this thing and them kind of being secretive about it to the 70s. They did what they call a key, what was it, a key swap or something, where they had a big basket and they were all the guys would put their keys in it, and the women would just come and grab the key out, and whoever key you grabbed out of the basket, you spent the night with.
It is.
So my question to you guys is, because I do know at least one person that has been exposed to this that's in this room.
Oh my God.
Nephew.
Because we just had this conversation. And so even though she didn't participate, she was exposed to it. I guess she didn't participate. So when you think about the swinger community, to me, it's kind of related to the polygamous community, right? And in a sense, and if you guys haven't been online lately, polygamy is like I don't understand it, but it's popular. And I didn't know the swinger community was that popular. So my question to you guys today, and this is for all of you guys, is there ever a point, or could there ever be a point where your mate could come to you and say, hey, or your significant other come to you and say, hey, I'm interested in this particular lifestyle. Would you be open to us at least looking into it?
Absolutely not. We got to swinger. Can it just be a threesome? Just to have fun. Because you gotta become a swinger. I like the question.
Wait a minute.
Different though.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
It's slightly different.
We ain't talking about a threesome, because people doing them regular.
Right, that's what make it different.
We talking about. So let me, because I had to learn this. I just learned this the other day. I just learned this. Swingers, there are levels to this, which is crazy. But so the first level is they call it the soft level, where they have couples that just come out and look. They don't engage. They just sit back and stare, which is weird, because why would I want to stare at somebody else over there making out?
They're just learning.
I get it. The next level is where it's a little hands-on, where they might touch or kiss or something. And then the next level is all-out swap, but they swap it. What I didn't know about the levels, which is weird. But what I also didn't know is that single people could be involved with the swingers. And I was like, well, then they ain't swingers.
No, that's crazy.
No. They're
unicorns.
They're called unicorns. Well, the women are called unicorns. The men are called apes. They call apes, monkeys, donkeys.
Batman.
It was something
weird.
Yeah, a demon or
it was
a dragon. Is it dragon?
Dragon.
Yeah, dragon.
Dragon. But
no, we just did the podcast.
Hold up. Let's keep it in perspective. I'm going somewhere with this. So I wanted to explain to y'all what it was before you say, no, I ain't gonna do it, or yeah, I would do it, So the dragon is the men, but it's really uncommon for the single men to participate as much as the unicorns. And I didn't know this, but the unicorns are the women, and the women generally come in. The women should be, by all accounts, bisexual. That means they should be able to go both ways. No, the men are not bisexual. But that's why they probably not either. So now let me re-ask the question again. Is there ever a point that your mate could approach you and say, hey, I'm interested in at least looking into this particular lifestyle?
You want to say something?
Let me say this. wait a minute, let me say this first. Ain't no judging. I ain't judging. Like if that's you, that's you. So we ain't judging. We trying to, because there are people that's watching that may be interested, may be involved. And to each his own. To each his own. So
I can't even lie, man. Okay.
Miss Candy got something to say.
Well, I'm just gonna say no.
Absolutely no.
No, like no. Unacceptable, no.
She looked right at him and said no.
Nobody else.
Hell no. To the no. Hell to the no.
I'm gonna say.
So let me for you answer.
Yeah.
I want to ask you what. So even if you didn't want to go from just a viewing standpoint, participate.
What you got? Come on.
Can you please let me talk, please? Renee and Lavelle, let me talk. Even if you did not want to do all the other stuff and look, what's different? What's so different in that than you sit down and watch a porn with your husband, watching another couple?
We ain't do that either. I ain't doing that either.
Okay, I'm just
we ain't doing that.
I'm asking some people they do that.
No, we ain't doing it.
Well, that's
so
to me that's
ain't
kind of
sitting
different
down
because that
watching
person's not
nobody.
in the room with you.
But why you going watching for somebody that's not in the room?
I mean, but you can switch it up with that person in the room. Like, you know what I mean?
What you mean switch it up?
You can go to the next level.
That's right.
I'm gonna just say this.
Miss Cannon said no.
Yeah, like realistically, man, I'm not with the swinger thing either. In reality, just cheat. If you're gonna do this and do that, just cheat.
Oh, okay.
I mean, why watch and participate? I don't want to see nobody else giving my lady the business or kissing my lady or none of that. Just do it to where I can't see.
Right.
Like do it behind my back.
Why not have a conversation?
So one of the things that when we were researching this and looking at this, that was the first thing I thought about. What you was like, I couldn't sit there and watch my wife with another man. If I had the video, I play the video. Let me see if I got the video so y'all can see, because this would be a trigger. This would be a trigger for me to watch my wife with another man. That's gonna trigger that jealousy, and I might want to go there and dump him upside the head or something. Right.
Can I ask a question? Because it's not always that the woman of the relationship is with a man. How do you feel about seeing your woman kissing another woman or having some type of encounter with another woman which you watching?
No.
Every right. Every man don't feel like that. It yes and no.
I never did a threesome in my life because I ain't want to see I ain't want my wife engaged in that, or my person, whoever I was with. I ain't definitely ain't finna go swinging to do it and see it. I mean, and this is me. Just like Miss Cannon said, no, it's a no for me, a hard no. And
Yeah.
No, they might cheat, but that's your perspective, right? But there are people who sit back, like they said, to sit back and say, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with watching. I'm cool with this jumping in a little bit touchy, or I'm cool with jumping off.
Okay, so I can speak from different perspectives because I'm a different perspective type of person. Kind of been in different categories.
You testifying
in life.
Okay.
Yeah, I see that's the holiest it's gonna get. But what I'm saying is some people are not open to it, right? And a lot of times these are the things that could be causing, and I'm not saying you have to be okay with it, but I'm saying a lot of times somebody is longing or yearning for something in their relationship sexually that they may not be getting. And this is a hard desire, right? And sometimes people have an understanding like, hey, that's not me. I can't do it. I've tried. That ain't what I want to do. Some people will give their partner the okay to say, okay, we could do this together, because they don't want to cause friction or make their person feel like they're lacking in some area. that's just how some people think. Some people are okay with allowing their partner to experience with them instead of experiencing without them.
We know
I've heard it before.
So-
I've heard it before.
That entered into that just because of that same way. But
Correct. People have understand because they both desire the things, but they want their person.
But this is my, I guess my only thing with it is, you know, and one of the things that if I had to like anything about that whole lifestyle is they do have rules. Like
Standard.
You ain't just
I guess.
we ain't just out here wilding. Like we come with just like Sean was saying. Well, no, I mean that's just, I don't want to see it. She just might want to go cheat, whatever. Well, Sean, they have rules where they sit there and discuss it prior to it. Say this is not allowed. This is not allowed. This is allowed. They actually agree on rules before they get into it. So if you know the trigger is seeing your woman get fellatio to another man, that's off the table.
Well, I guess my situation with this is that if you're married and you're doing something like that, where's the wholeness part of that? You see what I'm saying? Because my thing is, with me personally, I got to have some kind of other attraction to the woman when I'm intimate with her outside of just that physical attraction. I got to know her whole. I got to know her spiritual side of her. So if you just out there willy-nilly, like just doing everything you're doing, you leaving yourself more than naked, just your physical part, your spiritual part.
So can I say this?
Okay.
Can I say
Hold on,
this?
1 second, Pastor. Let me say this, and I want to let you make a point. The Bill, what you just said is, first of all, them folk ain't thinking about no spiritual nothing.
At all. They just trying to get that nut off.
Hold up. Most of them relationship don't even have a spiritual foundation.
Wait.
Most of them don't even have a
I
spiritual foundation.
was speaking for me.
Now, I can't agree with that.
Or they looking at it as, well, you got to understand, some people, when they read the Bible, their interpretation is one thing. Or they read one verse and taking that one verse out of context that some people do. So so it happens, man. But I don't, like me, my morals and values won't allow me to participate.
That's basically what I'm saying. That too, yeah.
And that's just me.
Yeah.
Because for one, I'm just, my triggers, bro. Like they're gonna be calling the police.
But
like they stuff was supposed to be secretive, and now it's all like the police.
But I just don't think a true real man and woman, when you understand the two becoming one and they together, you know, if y'all, I guess if they are swingers, they are married, I would imagine. But at the same time, I just can't see that, you know, especially depending on how long you've been married. Come on, like he said, like Sean said, you might be gonna cheat.
But what happens is, like Renee said, the marriage is lacking. They don't know how to communicate this to their spouse, mate, or whatever. That, hey, I'm lacking in this area. This area is lacking in our marriage, and what we need to have this conversation. Or they had a conversation and said, you know, this ain't working. Like what you giving me, you ain't doing it.
Yeah.
I gotta have it. They have something else. And so that person has a decision to make, and they sit there and say, either I'm gonna succumb to whatever this person wants, or I'm going to go the other way, or this person's gonna go do it anyway.
But let's go back to that video that you showed last week when we talked about For Better For Worse, when that young lady had that car accident after they got married. That man stayed with that woman. He didn't go outside of that marriage. He loved her back to health. Mm-hmm. Now, would he allow something else in his relationship that would have helped her come back to where she was? No.
So one thing that we learned, excuse me, and it's in our first book. We took the pastor, the preacher, and the priest out of our bedroom.
Yeah. Because
the Bible says the marriage bed is undefiled.
Correct.
Now, here's the thing that we learned. All these cameras and videos and iPhones and iPads you have access to, you can do whatever you want to in your bedroom with your iPhones and with your cameras. If you want a blonde, there's enough wigs that
Come
your
on,
wife
Doc.
can put on that you can create your own videos. And if you want to do something freaky, you have the person with you
Come on now.
that if they want to do it with you, they will. You don't have to create another outside person. I mean, there are role plays that you can play. That you can be the mailman one day. You can be the postman one day. There are different things you can do within your marriage.
Tell about that role play.
That hello. Well, we ain't gonna tell you all. I'll tell you something about it. Well, I'll give you a little bit of yes.
So let me ask you this.
So create your own movies, create your own person, create your own thing.
And that sounds good. But this same scenario played out the other day. A woman got up and she said, "Hey, I told my husband, stuff getting a little stale in the bedroom." She said, "I'm gonna go ahead and put on a little mini skirt, put on my heels, and you go down the street, drive down the street, and come out act like you come pick me up like a." And he said, "For what? I don't want to do what we doing all that for." Right? And she said, "Because this has gotten stale. We need to add some spice to it. We don't need to be doing all this stuff. We don't need to be." Guess what happened?
Yeah,
She wouldn't do it with somebody else.
So what happens? And I'm asking you, Pastor, what happens when you or the wife come to you and suggest it, or you go to her and say, "Babe, I need you to put that wig on and stiletto on tonight and come up in here." And she, I ain't doing all that. Then what you do?
Well, it goes back to communication again.
Yeah.
It goes back to something because again, in 40 years, we've dealt with this. My wife would tell you the Holy Spirit dealt with her. He showed her our marriage bed. It was what?
So cold and dead. So when we got into the church, we got super saved.
Right.
Now we got a close relationship.
Super saved.
We had a relationship with God and the Word, but our sex
Y'all didn't have no
life-
relationship with y'all.
Hello. Now,
But that's another reason they don't talk about this type of. You won't have no form like this in church.
now before we got married, we were like two dogs in heat. I mean, it was on. But once we got saved in the church, we got saved. We thought, we came through the word of faith phase that we couldn't do all that stuff, it was So when the Lord delivered us and showed me a vision that our sex
I don't
life,
think the Lord delivered y'all. Y'all delivered y'allself because y'all wanted to get that thing spicy.
Let her tell her story.
That part.
so we
Lord in
were
every damn thing.
at a sexual healing conference, and that's when
Come
the
on,
Lord gave me
Marvin.
a vision, an open vision. I'm in the attic, dusty, dark, in this open vision, and in that attic was a coffin.
Oh,
And when I opened that coffin and all these cobwebs, spider webs, he showed me, he said, "That's your sex life."
Damn.
And so it was cold and dead. So we had to then spice it up. Take the priest, the prophet, and the pastor out of our bedroom, me, him, and the Holy Ghost, and please one another.
And put on some big Luther.
Well, so in these 21 years that we've been teaching these other couples, we've had couples to come to us where the husband wanted to swing and the wife didn't. And we had to, talk them through that. I don't know where it is right now, but we are faith-based counselors and we help couples in all situations, including the stages.
So is it the same Dr. Cole as or Pastor Cole? Is it the same? Have you guys had people to approach you guys like polygamy type relation, wanting to add other wives into the?
They've actually approached us.
Okay.
I'm talking about two.
The
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'll give you a real short story. Can I tell this short story?
Yeah, tell this story. I want to hear this.
Okay. See, again, I'm this happened.
Tell your story.
This. So I'm a pastor, and this particular Sunday, I was just tired of church folks. I was like, I'm tired of church folk, babe. I need you to. I told her, I said, put on this really nice short dress, and I need you to put on a really nice short-cut blouse because I need to see your cleavage. I said, I need to see you. I'm tired of dealing with her. I need to see you. So she put it on. You're looking real good. And so we went to this particular place in Memphis, and yeah, before the speeding ticket, the police pulled us over first, and he said, "Do you know how fast you were going?" I said, "No, sir, I do not." And I said, I was looking at my wife's legs, and it was all up here in the thighs. And he said, "I can see what you're talking about. Go on." So he didn't give us a ticket.
Sound like a swinger too, Doc.
So this is a prelude to what we're getting ready to get into. So we go into this establishment, and there's a couple sitting at a table, and they're calling us over. I mean, this place is crowded, but they pick us out and they call us over. And so we're sitting there. We talked to these people for probably about 2 hours, and buying us drinks. They said, "Whatever you want, get whatever you want."
They would say, "Y'all love that."
Drinks.
Now this is a Sunday. I'm just coming from church.
Yeah, it don't
But-
matter the day.
Yeah, it don't matter.
No, the hour.
So they're buying us drinks, and we have these 2-hour long conversation. And so we get ready to end up the day. We wrapping it up, and the man looks at me and he says, "Do you know why I invited you over here?" I'm like, "No, I had no idea. You just wanted to conversate." He said, "Well, when I saw your wife cleavage, I wanted us to get together." Now, mind you, again, I knew from jump that this was the deal. And so when we were leaving, I told my wife, I said, "You know, they were swingers, right? They were trying to get us in." She's like, "Yeah, I know, because we've been approached more than one time."
How did it make y'all feel?
I felt pretty good, to tell the truth. We enjoyed the drinks and the conversation. I took advantage of the situation. Yeah.
You ain't had to spend no more money.
The drinks were free. But here's the thing, though. It's a spiritual thing.
Yes.
Because spirits recognize spirits. And they know what you've been involved in or with. So they'll go for an opportune time, and then they'll come back to see if you'll fall for that same thing. But because my wife has been satisfying me sexually from the time she had the open vision, I'm not tempted by swinging. I got a swinger right here. Sometimes I have to tell her, "Stop swinging," because I'm tired. Because the thing is,
no man don't get tired now.
Yeah, we get tired. We get tired. We get tired.
Okay.
Because sex was created by God for our pleasure.
He said,
But then the enemy comes in and distorts it, and you get super saved and you stop satisfying one another. But we're supposed to be there to pleasure one another. He gave us all of those little sensory mechanisms for pleasure. And if you're not doing everything to please your spouse, then they're going to look for pleasure somewhere else. And then we also recommend you can use toys. You can use tools to help pleasure one another. Because you don't have, the thing that we deal with couples is you have to get rid of that God is watching syndrome, and he's going to be upset with this. No, God made this pleasurable, and he made it pleasurable for a reason. That's why we say, "Oh God," in those moments. "Oh God, oh God, oh God." So we believe, just again, us, we don't recommend that anybody, don't take our names out of your mouth, but we believe in our marriage that if my wife comes to me and says, "Sweetheart, I would like for you to do this, and I would like for you to do it not with your extremities, but I need you to put your mouth on it." Baby, I got you. Don't worry about that, because again, God.
To lick it.
Whoa, no.
Yeah. Just say it, Pastor. Just say it.
So you can't become too saved that you lose your sensitivity to your sexuality.
Pastor, you
That's my
said
point.
that thing so educated. If my wife needs me to put my mouth on her extremities,
Hey, it is what it is.
all right.
Damien.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I think Damien been breaking the mic for a minute, man.
So I do understand that, you know, people are involved in this type of lifestyle. Again, I just no judgment. I don't judge if that's your thing, that's your cup of tea. I just know, like, from me, that jealous spirit would kick in with me and wouldn't allow me to let that go. And I'm like you, Pastor. Hell, go put that thing on you know.
But what if you had rules and a threesome? What if you had rules?
Yeah, you're not.
You said what now? I ain't said you put on your wife. I'm hoping your wife putting on the skirt. I mean, I hope y'all ain't flipping the road. But I guess if that's your thing, if that's your thing, that's your thing. Yeah. I ain't putting on no skirt out now, baby. Come put the heel. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't gotta have none of that. I ain't gotta have no skirt, no wig. Man, she got them little silky, them little silky type, little soft silky type gown. For me, like, man,
The Eve
state. And then she got that way. Hold on, she got that way.
Tony May.
And I ain't got that. Look,
Don't do
I ain't
too
got to have
much.
a wig, stilettos. We didn't experience toys. So
I just want to say this, and I know I said this the last time, but I'm gonna say it again. This is where being everything that your partner desires come in. You got to be everything they desire. And that also comes down to compromising, because it may not be something that you would do. It may not be your lane. It may make you a little uncomfortable, but if I can do this because I know this is what you like.
if your mate trying to back door, what you doing?
You gonna do it.
Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta hear the question again. What'd you say? What'd you say? What? If he's trying to back door?
I ain't know.
Oh shit, back door. Back door, front, back, side. All them doors open for you, baby. It don't even matter. Is because the thing is this right here. People don't understand what she said. Where you lack, if it's a true desire, they're going to look for it somewhere else. So I'm gonna help you. You ain't got to go find it. So you already found it.
So let me ask you this, Renee, because I said it jokingly, but I meant it, but I said it jokingly. So what happens because as a that could be very discomfort.
You got to know what you're doing.
No, wait a minute.
It still hurts.
You gotta pray.
Yeah, okay, come on.
I digress.
Somebody might be a lot larger and thicker and wider than somebody else. And it might be. So I guess if my mate or my spouse came, if I was trying it or I wanted to do, I had a desire, and they would say, "Huh?"
But see, this is the thing though, and I'm being for real. I'm not being funny. I'm being serious. You can't backdoor just backdooring. You have to know what you're doing.
You can know what you're doing.
If you do not know what you're doing, if you're desiring it from somebody, whoever is desiring it, they know how to coach you. Trust me.
But what I'm saying is, Renee, this dude is John.
It don't matter the size, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Shit.
Sex is between two partners, right? And so if it's something that you desire to be done, and the other party does not desire that same thing to be done. Sex is not a selfish act. And if you love me, you're not gonna selfishly.
That's what I was getting at.
This is what I'm gonna do, whether you enjoy it or not.
I agree to that. I agree to that, but that's what makes the difference between the individual. You may not be open to it, but if another woman and her spouse or her partner is open to it, then that's different.
Yeah, by all means.
Now,
I'm just saying that if my wife, if like I desire it and my wife doesn't desire that, then I got to be like, okay, we can't. That
can you? So can I make a suggestion? Say for instance, this is a couple who enjoy toys, enjoy experiencing, even if their partner is not open to it. Right. Okay, you have toys that will give you that feeling as if you're backdooring. So as a partner, if I'm not open to it and I know that's what you desire, I'm gonna go run and get that toy. I'm gonna make sure you gonna get that type of pleasure somewhere by me providing it than somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Compromising.
Like the toys is cool. I love toys. I love toys, and I believe they can be an enhancement. But I mean, I don't want to pull them out every single time we have it. I think they have their place like anything else. Yeah. Whatever. So I don't knock toys. But if
what I missed?
A lot.
That's sure them over there. But if you are if you like toys and you cool with the toy, the only problem I have with toys is when you start to use them and you just leaving your mate out of it now.
Well, then we got a problem.
Your mate like to see you enjoy yourself.
That's if they. But I mean, don't even going over there without me.
That's what I'm saying. Though. You gotta add.
I ain't no agreement over here.
But you might don't made your limit, and they ain't got theirs yet.
She ain't finna be over here playing with the toy unless
you jealous of the toy.
Jealous of the toy. Oh, we good. I'm good. But I'm saying like I didn't come in the room at the back and you got to like you could have called me. I want to be.
But some men like to see that.
Why you ain't at phone? But sometimes guys say,
I don't know. He might be trying to get
sometimes guys do it from what they say to last longer before they get with their person. Y'all know, can't put no age limit on it now. There's some definitely.
Yeah. That's true for a lot.
What is it? Pre-game?
I've heard that.
That's true for a lot of folk. They want to. Because after that first, it takes a long time to get the second one, so they want to be able to last.
Yeah.
And if you're a quick shooter, man. You're a quick shooter. Communication.
The whole thing is.
Come on, Damien, with your comment.
Yeah, y'all say communication. Okay, well, if I was a porn star before I met her, she supposed to conform to my porn star lifestyle.
That's a conversation.
You feel what I'm saying?
Come on, Mr.
Are you gonna even disclose that?
Like if a man on one was a $50 or $40 hoe, I supposed to conform to being a hoe just because that's her form of lifestyle. But that's what we saying.
No, that's not what we saying.
Yeah.
What we saying is communicate. If you was a porn star and you was doing it.
But what if I communicate and say that's not what I'm into, so I still supposed to find a way because that's her form of lifestyle or that's my form of lifestyle.
No, we said you
get delivered. See, we getting delivered first, right? That's right.
You
But he wasn't delivered. He was lying.
here's my thing, Damon. Are you gonna even communicate the fact that hey, I just worked in the porn star business? Are you gonna even communicate that?
Communicate that.
You hear me? Because if you don't disclose it, in 3 years down the line, she happen to see she was the biggest porn star. You know what I'm saying? But this is another area where relationship fails because there's no trust. You don't come in and share. You trying to hide all these secrets and all this stuff that you done did. If this is the one, this is my person, we gonna share. I'm gonna tell her what I did or what I didn't do, right? And let her decide if she wants to be a part of me in that life. Because if you was a daggone porn star, hell, what if she was a porn star and you met her? And she didn't disclose that to you, and you just happened to see that
them tricks
that she just ran through by. She just had not a threesome, a tenthsome. She just did a Daisy Duke Houston.
Not Daisy Duke.
She was okay.
Yeah. So absolutely. So I'm not gonna say that you gotta accept that she used to be a porn star and she gonna go. No, but I mean it should be a conversation there, right?
Yeah.
There should be a conversation. If y'all not communicating about it, and y'all just have these expectations, these are wild expectations, and you ain't communicating what these expectations are, then first of all, you entered into that relationship with the wrong, and it ain't gonna be a healthy relationship.
I think that's the biggest thing because a lot of us won't communicate or afraid of the opinion of what somebody might think of us.
I'd rather have you know that I used to not be shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then you to find out
I wasn't shit. Yeah.
He used to be a sheep. Woo, yeah. Man. So I mean I would just out or what that looks versus you trying to find out. You find out on your own because it may not end with.
Oh well, y'all.
There was a couple that was getting ready to get married, and the guy started because he wanted to get the girl a nice ring because he met her family. He knew she came from money. He had a decent job and made good money, but the kind of ring that she wanted, because she hinted to him the kind of ring she wanted. You know, women, y'all throw out these little subtle hints, right? Every time one of her friend girls got married and they brought the ring or whatever, she was like, you see that little ring she got? So she was
so shallow.
So he knew he had to go get her a really, really nice ring. So he couldn't afford it on his salary. So the boy went to a sperm bank and was donating for 6 months to a sperm bank. He wasn't telling her.
That boy was stabbing that cat, doc.
He was just going to the sperm bank, donating, getting the money to pay for the ring. He goes and spend 10, 15 grand for the ring, get the ring. One day she comes in, he proposes, she accepts. One day she comes in, she sees a bill on the thing in his name. He finds out not a bill, a check. That they just sent him a check from the sperm bank. She gets mad and says, we're not getting married, and I ain't giving the ring back. We're not getting married, and I'm not giving the ring back. So, and she said, when they went to court, he went to court to sue her for the ring to get the ring back. She said, it was my ring. He gave me the ring. And the judge said, well, that was contingent upon you guys getting married. He proposed to you. She said, yeah. She said, but we didn't get married. He basically broke whatever agreement they so-called had to get married because he wasn't truthful with her. And he didn't tell her he was going to have donating sperm.
But you wanted the big ass ring though.
How much was the ring?
I said it was 10 to 15.
That's a lot of jacking off for that ring.
Man, he was beating that boy.
But again, she had already dictated to him the kind of ring that she wanted by all her friends getting married proposed to. Y'all, I don't like that ring. So she had already set the expectation for the ring, right? So when that came about, basically he was saying, we ain't getting married. She don't want to get married to me because I went to the sperm bank. Her thing was he gonna have a whole lot of babies out there that he don't know about. And the judge said, well, you do know that when you go to the sperm bank like this and you donate, you can donate under, where it's privacy. Like they don't share. She was like, but Steve, there's gonna be a whole bunch of babies out there that he ain't gonna know about.
That was the Lord delivered him.
Right.
That's what that was.
Well, that's what I said too. I was like, good riddance, bro. Like you dodged a bullet on that one.
You jacked your way out of that.
He got the money back. He got the money back. Yeah, so he won. He got the money back. But
yeah,
the thing was, if we don't have trust, going back to the communication piece and sharing stuff, sometimes you have to share it. Even like we don't want to share some of those traumas we've been through as a child, as a young person, right? But what happens if I don't share this trauma 5 years into the marriage or the relationship? Some triggers this trauma. And she looking at me like, what just happened? And now I'm telling you about all this stuff. And she was like, oh, if I'd known that, I never would have got with you. Because I've already been through this.
So you mean to tell me if he would have came to her and said, hey, I've been going to the sperm bank to get this ring you wanted. You cool with that? Is she gonna be like, yeah?
No, what she was saying is before he even went to the sperm bank from the get-go, say, hey, I can't afford this ring. And in order for me to afford the kind of ring you want, I'm gonna have to go get some extra help. Go to this sperm bank or whatever. She said he should have came to her and said, been open about it, and he wasn't transparent, open and transparent with us. Anyway.
Okay, then.
Let's move on. All right. We got one more. I'm gonna do one. Well, we getting time as far spent. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do one more. And we're gonna talk about this modern dating thing. Do you, as a married couple first, do you guys still do dates?
Most definitely.
So y'all do every Friday night.
Yes.
Y'all pick Friday. So Friday's y'all thing.
It's a date night. Yes.
Whatever my off day is.
Whatever who?
Whatever his off day is.
Okay, so for you, it's if I'm off Thursday, we going Thursday.
Right.
Okay. So that works, but you guys are still dating each other.
Yes.
So what does dating look like for a married couple?
So
I want the candidates to answer this one too, because I seen they dates. They be doing it up when they go on a date. It'd be a whole different storyline when they go on a date.
Go ahead with the canons.
Go ahead with the canons.
I think you got the microphone, so we got declarators.
Yeah, I just seen they date. I be jealous of they date sometimes. They go on, they might put he got a thing, doom buggy thing. They pull out that they go carry ride and they be doing all kind of stuff. Dirt bike ride. It'd be unexpected.
It'd be the best.
Do you like the unexpected dates better than the planned dates?
Yeah, I like unexpected, but I like playing too, so I can know and be ready.
Right.
No, I don't like.
So what if he just come to you and say, I want you to dress up real nice?
Yeah, I'm like that.
Yeah. But what if he said, baby, put on the jeans, get you a headband,
I'm
put
cool
on
with
the
that.
good stuff.
I can do either one.
See, my wife, she would like to, she like dog.
Yeah.
So if I say put on something nice, go get dog, we've been through, she like that part. But if I tell her, boy, and put on the jeans and scarf, she'll be like,
that's not
I'm
my
a girl.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I be telling her I'm gonna give me one of them dirt bikes, 4-wheeler. We can go out and hit the trail. She be looking at me like, nah.
That's why she pull out that bike then.
So you can do that kind of stuff, the trail ride.
I mean,
That ain't funny, man.
yeah, I can wear whatever really, but I do like.
But do you do it because he like to do it or because you want to do it too?
I like to do it too.
Yeah.
Like I'll get on the phone with him.
Yeah.
Like he got a what's the name of the bike you got?
See, baby,
It's like he got a spider.
There you go. There you go.
He got a spider bike. I don't care about getting on the back of it.
Yeah.
Man, look, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, do not believe none she's saying. If they don't dress up, got on heels and hair makeup done, it do not count. It do not. Like this right here, what we doing right now, I'll consider this a date.
Right.
This different.
Right.
This cool.
Right.
This free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Look, today is Monday. Look, I mean this. And this is real facts. And I'm telling y'all this. This is exactly how it's going to go. We had a great day. We had a great morning. You know? You know what I'm saying? Look, tomorrow is Tuesday. We usually go on dates on Tuesday to the movies. You know, it'd be half off. You know?
That's
tomorrow, I slick gotta work, you know. But you know, Michael Jackson then came out. You get what I'm saying? So just imagine me telling her I'm working. I ain't telling her nothing. But of course, in her mind, she thinking we gonna go see Michael Jackson. But if I don't go see Michael Jackson tomorrow, what do y'all think the consequences gonna be of us killing today, date night? We went to brunch yesterday. We went to the park. We went to the dog show. We did everything like a date.
But that sounds like everything you want.
No. She wanted to go to brunch. And we went to the grocery store the day before. No, the same day.
Come on, Costco.
Look,
Okay.
okay. We went to Walmart. I spent $300 at Walmart, and then we turned around and went to brunch.
Okay, Sean. I don't think the grocery store qualifies.
Right.
We got food. We got food.
The Bill and his wife love Home Depot, love and
Costco, Sam.
Yeah.
Man, we love Costco, Doc.
That's their thing for a date. Like
we ain't going to spend my number like get paper towel and tissue, and then we walk out with grills and all kind of other shit.
I'm just saying, man. Do y'all think I'm gonna get punished tomorrow for not going to see Michael Jackson if we on a date right now?
Yeah, this ain't.
He said, "Shit."
You ain't gonna see that through.
maybe you put on blast power with you. She would been on your head.
A boy gonna wake up with a knot on his
She's
head.
gonna be all right, sir. She's gonna be good. I try.
All right, Tavo.
Boy, you crazy.
Tavo. So dating in the 21st century is different for single people than married people.
Facts.
Way different.
Facts.
So how like because I see young women most of the time on social media, and they want y'all to pay for their hair before they go on the date, the first date. They want y'all to send them money, get their hair and nails done, buy them an outfit. Like I can't imagine winning on a date right now at all.
Well, I'm 32, so there ain't no 20 something. No, like a lot of these women are very transactional, I would say, when it comes to dating and stuff like that. So I just, I go on a date or two, that's smooth, that's cool, but like my zero tolerance meter is very low. Like I give you an opportunity, we can see how I go from there. But it's like I had to learn. I was talking to one of my employees, and they was like, some women come with some, Tavo. You gotta compromise on some. I'm like, you know what, you're right. Let me ease it up a little bit. Let me give somebody a chance and stuff like that. So it's like I ain't got that yet though, but that was good advice though. You know what I'm saying? That was great.
Nephew.
Okay.
Michael, somebody actually trying to date right. Come on, Brittany.
Okay. I'm gonna pick back off what he just said. Then I'm gonna give you all in it. Tyrell, please. Okay. So with what you said, women expecting men to get their hair done, get their nails done, that's where they going wrong. And that's why they can't keep no man. Because most times when you're in the early stage of dating, you come as you are, woman or man. You shouldn't have an expectation of a man taking care of your maintenance for your first date.
What you said?
You shouldn't, but it's
That's-
a lot
that-
of women out
that-
there like it.
That's just me
And
personally.
there's a lot of dudes doing it.
Okay, but here's free game. If you ain't
He's
asking,
free for me, God.
if you ain't asking for it off top, eventually he's just going to naturally do it anyway.
Yeah.
If he's interested in
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So don't go with your hand out. I've never been the type of woman to come with my hand out. Everything that I maintain on my own, I want you to know I can maintain it on my own.
Let me
Because
ask you this then. Let me ask you this. Because there are some guys that think I think press, and so
That's fine.
They want to do like, because I know my daughter and been like, dude, she done run a dude, and he be like, let me go get your car on it.
And that's fine if he's offering.
Yeah.
But you don't ask. You allow yourself to see what type of man you dealing with.
Right.
If he's interested and he has true efforts, he's going to show you that. Now, it's too often, even if he wants to do it, if that's what he desires to do. But
Last time we got a motive.
but
on
what
the
I'm
end, that's a
saying,
motive.
but
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, if he can't keep that up, it will be revealed. At the end of the day, as a woman, you should be able to hold your own. If I go on a date with a man and he decides that in our conversation of him sitting here, he's not interested in me anymore. If he get up and walk out, I can pay for mine.
Pay for mine. There we go.
But if he didn't pay for yours in the beginning, but y'all dating, he not paying for it consistently like he was in the beginning, is you gonna get up and walk?
Goddamn right. You got to. Hold on. You ain't listening. I said goddamn right. That means it's gonna be an opportunity where if I see that this is what you're doing, I'm gonna show you, hey, don't worry about it. I got it this time.
No, he said you walk away from him if he don't.
No.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people.
Come out on the first. Hold on.
They just say he been paying, and then he can't do it no more because he been basically flogging the whole time, and he can't. Are you not gonna say, okay, or you gonna step in like you just said?
Well, this is the thing. I'm able to cover now. But if you've been flogging, that's a whole nother aspect for me to tap into, because you've been lying and you've been trying to uphold yourself to this, whatever you're trying to uphold yourself to, and you don't have to do that with me. I'm not interested in how you can impress me. I'm interested in how you can love me. That's the difference. But what's your question, Typo?
Hey, I got a question. Have you ever paid for the first date?
I've never paid for the first date, but I'll tell you why. Hold on. I give you a why should you. Hold on, wait a minute. I give you a why should you, and I give you why you should not. If a man has shown his interest to me and he's asked me on a date, he should cover it.
There we go.
Now, if I show my interest first and I'm putting this date in place, then I need to show it. That you got to know which role you playing. Now, for me, if you're interested in me, you got to show me you interested in me. I ain't gonna jump off the push for you until you show me your true interest. Now, when you show me your true interest, then it ain't no limit to where I go or what I do.
With this the thing. Most men think that that provision is strictly financial.
Most definitely not.
But this is where they get it twisted at. And so this is where the breakdown comes in a lot of times when you have a woman that makes more money than the man. Because he trying to show that he the man. But I'm the man, I'm gonna provide, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna pay this, I'm gonna pay for this, that. And the woman sitting there back saying, I ain't asked you to do anything.
That's his prerogative, right? Let's go to the.
But that's got to be.
It ain't got nothing to do with dating in your tax bracket. It ain't got nothing to do with tax. Look, there have been times.
I got a true testimony.
There have been times in our marriage where she made way more money than me. Period. She made way more money than me. She could have said, "Come on, dog. You need to go out there and get some more money." She held it down till I got to the point where I was making way more than her. And if she ever fell short, it didn't matter. It didn't matter because all going one bank account anyway.
So it started out that
We
way
need to hear
when
from
y'all were
Dr.
dating.
Cole. Dr.
She
Cole.
took accountability before when y'all
Can I
started
say-
dating.
By their great granddaddy who took care of the household. He took care of grandmama. He paid the bill. But guess what grandmama did? Grandmama did not work, and grandmama took care of the house. There were meals out there. We lived in a different time now. Hello? Hello? Exactly.
That's it. That's
Come
it.
on, girl. Clap that
now,
thing.
Exactly.
now, let me say this. If the man, and that's where going back to communication comes in. If you're dating and you bring, first, hey, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm trying to do. This is what I would like to do. Dating don't always got to be a restaurant. It don't always have to be going somewhere spending your money. If you're communicating to me that you don't really have the funds to date me this way, but I can discern and sense that your interest is true and real interest, we don't got to do that. Baby, there's a Netflix, whether it's your account or mine. There's a and there's still $7 Little Caesars pizza. And there's still $7 Little Caesars pizza. There's still $7 Little Caesars pizza. So,
You know you making your point when you gotta stand up.
My whole thing is this right here. This is my thing. If you feel like I don't eat Little Caesars and you can't accommodate what you really like or what I really like, then we need to compromise.
We can go have and get what we want.
If you can't afford what you really like and what I really like, then that ain't even enough for debate. That's not even enough for debate. What we talking about?
But I'm gonna say this though. I think a lot of this new culture that we live in dictates to a lot what's going on. Even to like some of the music and stuff that we listen to. We gotta break the bank. I'm the GOAT. I'm the this and all this stuff. Life ain't simple like it used to. We've made life too complicated. It's way too complicated. Like for myself, me and my wife been married 25 years this year. When we got married, I literally, and Tony can testify to this, I didn't have a good job. You know what I mean? When she married me, I didn't have no car. I was living with my daddy. But watch what God did. When he honored what he said. He said, when a man findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor with the Lord. And she literally testified and said, when we get married, we're gonna have a baby, we're gonna get a house, and you're gonna get a new job. It happened in that order. That man right there hired me. I was a delivery driver first and went to management in 2 weeks.
Because I was trying to help you.
Hey.
That was God. That was God using me to be a blessing.
Hey, if it come out and watch it, come out and rinse. It don't even matter to me.
No, but that's a true story. That's definitely a true story. It's these cords. I got some brand new cords on these mics, and I guess they got, I don't know, they got something.
Our
in them.
date night consists of no kids, me and her by ourselves, going out to eat, enjoying the time together, and coming home because we be having to work the next day.
And no phones when we're out.
No phones.
That's a big one for my wife. Always tell me, put your phone down. Why you on the phone?
Yeah.
And I'm guilty. I'm definitely guilty of the phone. I'm guilty of the phone. Tasia said, don't introduce me to a vibe you can't maintain.
There we go.
For real.
There we go. I love that.
But this is the thing. And we gonna get ready to get out of here, y'all, because we kind of went over time a little bit. When these guys, and I think a lot of them are genuinely trying to
show effort.
Yeah, like they showing that they.
Man, we talking about
interested in you.
dating, man.
But I think they they show the
Not
wrong
dating
way.
before
They
marriage,
move the
y'all, so
wrong
y'all
way.
talk about dating.
It's.
Huh.
Hold on.
I mean, that could
I'm
be
out the game. I ain't got no dog in this fight.
Hey, if we talking about dating, I'm talking about dating, not dating before marriage.
Right.
Let's bring it to the streets. It's cheaper to pay for it. It costs more to get it free. just because I can wine and dine you don't mean that I want you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's in my budget for you to be my human playground.
Woo. Like that.
Man,
I can do everything I want for you because that's my game, because I'm leading with money.
you just
I don't
took the
want
word
number
right
one
out of my
thing.
mouth.
I can drag it out for 2-3 years and be like, he ain't never tried to have sex with me because I'm getting before I get to you. I can finance you, pay your bills, take you to 5-star restaurants, take you on trips. And my number one priority
And I ain't
is to
gonna
get
never
between
wife
your
you.
legs, because that's in my budget to spend on some coochie, no matter how long it takes.
Yes, a dude.
So just because a man spend money on you don't mean that he interested in you.
See, this is exactly why I could not date in the 21st century. Because everything you got the counterfeit culture where that what Damon just spoke, that's counterfeit. Like that's me acting like I really am interested in you. I'm gonna pay to be with you because I can afford to, and I ain't gonna you'll never be white for me. You'll never be white.
Can I piggyback real quick? Can I chime in just
Come
a
on,
little
Miss
bit?
Piggyback Queen.
I agree with him wholeheartedly.
But
there is a but. That's game, right? That's the man's game, right? Whole time I could be running game. Right?
That's what I'm saying. Too much game being
And see, that's the thing. This
Like-
is why all of the things we spoke about in PG-13 is important. Because this stuff right here we discussing is the games that the singles have to deal with.
Yeah, I'm glad I ain't saying.
Just like he's saying that my game could be, I'm spending my money because I'm doing this whole time. I want this. Whole time I could be taking your money, spending it, and you ain't gonna never get it.
That's true.
No.
No.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Listen to what I'm saying though. Your whole motive can be, I'm gonna spend this money to get this pussy. Right? And how time you be spending that money. As soon as you get this close to the pussy, I done dipped out and you don't know how to get it. So game can be played both ways. Just understand that now. And see, that's the thing. You're right. But understand this. Sometimes women is looking for help and not love will play this same damn game.
I ain't never seen nobody stand up on a panel and make their point.
But I'm just saying. Because
Tay to be making them drinks.
I be looking for help, and the whole time the money you paying helping me. But I ain't dropped no drawers yet. You constantly paying. Cash out say 50,000.
All right.
And
all
you
right.
thought you was almost 10,000 the whole time. It's over with. It's over.
All right.
Woo.
Man. She always do it now.
Play both sides of the
I
fence,
keep
dog.
trying to tell y'all, these things be going left field, boy. Okay. It does happen. All right, we got to get out of here. But look, before we go, I do want to take the time to thank my guests, all of my guests, for being here today. You guys did a tremendous job. First of all, keeping it real. We want to say thank you to Dr. and Pastor Cole.
Yeah, man.
To the Canton, to the Claters, to Damien, to Brene, to Cortavia. Our audience. We want to thank all you guys for being a part of this. This was good. I mean, we didn't get to a lot of the stuff on here, but I knew that because we had testimonies going on. We had real life stories going on. We had people been encouraged to join swingers clubs and people been propositioned, and I'm glad that you guys were a part. I hope we can do this again. Somebody actually sent me a text while we was doing it and said, "Can we do this quarterly or monthly?"
I've been saying it for the longest.
I don't know if I can handle Brene quarterly.
Oh, you can handle it quarterly.
But I'm gonna tell y'all something about Brene. Brene is very passionate about what she says and does, and a lot of that comes from her father, the late Dr. Pastor Brian E. Bartlett Sr.
Yes, sir.
And I can hear a lot of it when she
Coming out
got to
of-
talking today. I hear so much of it when he trying to make his points and all that stuff.
I'm my daddy's child.
That she is definitely her daddy's child, right? I want to send a special shout out to my pastor and first lady who showed up in the building today.
Hey,
They had to hear this raw stuff too, but I mean, and Pastor Cole, I don't know. I'm gonna be praying for y'all all the way home. We tried to get rid of this stuff. They had 20, 30 years, baby, and we had to go back through this stuff again today. But thank y'all so much. I really enjoyed talking with you guys on today. Shout out to Mel Mack who came, even sick. She came out on her little walker, and she had to leave, but she came out. And thank you. Shout out to our ride or die, Miss Gwen, for always supporting. Miss Gwen, I really appreciate that. Queen literally sent me a text and say, "This is so interesting. Can I not clock the T today?"
Hey, the T
Can
was
I
clocked,
not
though.
clock
She
the
just
T?
didn't clock it.
But the T has been clocked. The T has definitely been clocked. So again, I want to thank our special guests. I want to thank all you guys. As always, thank my partner in crime, Lavelle, the woman who allows me to do this every morning and used for 2 years, had all this stuff in our living room. Before I created our podcast space, I had it in our living room, and she just allowed me to do it, man. Again, shout out to the Claytons. Shout out to the Claytons all the way in Ohio, man. Thank y'all for joining us and being here with us. We really appreciate y'all, man. Cheryl was really quiet today. I think Cheryl was just sucking it all in. But look, let me touch on this one more time before we close out. The backpack drive, we're down to 16 because Mel just came and donated $20 for a backpack. We're down to 16 now. We want 15. We're down to 15 now. Hey, come on in here. 15. 14. Come on. 14. We in here. We down to 14 now, man.
I'm about, I talking about 3 on this morning.
Whatever they is now. Y'all taking me too quick. But we trying to get to this 100 before tomorrow is out. That'll be our 7 days tomorrow. We're trying to get to 100. If we go past 100, I ain't gonna be mad. But we're really trying to get to 100, y'all. $ 2 Men in Hats 2024. That's the number 2 $. The number 2 Men in Hats 2024. If you want to sow a seed through Cash App. Again, thank you guys again. We appreciate you. We love you guys. We will see you guys tomorrow morning.
We got to pray out. We didn't pray out this morning, though.
Okay, go on, pray us out, bro.
Now, I want somebody special to pray us out. Go ahead. Yeah.
Don't forget.
Don't
forget the Don't Do Too Much podcast on Thursdays. Yeah. My wife hosts a podcast, the Don't Do Too Much podcast, every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And like a lot of the topics that we have during the morning actually come from her or Miss Gwen now, because Miss Gwen send me one every day. And sometimes I change it up a little bit, but a lot of the topics come from her. So she said she was gonna stop giving me topics and she's doing her own show now. But hey, it is what it is. Cause me and Lavelle, it ain't like we slower. We come up with our own.
They're crazy.
Yeah,
I did now.
You know what I'm saying? We come up with our own.
Man.
You are another gender. You know you are another race.
All right. Come here, Miss Gwen. Come over here. There you go right there. Miss Gwen gonna pray us out.
Eternal Father God, Lord God, we thank you again for an opportunity, oh God, to be able to share with your people. We thank you, God, that you have given us the space, oh God, to be able to be real as we are spiritual. We thank you, God, that you have already ordained everything that was said on tonight so that it will not just be words, but blessings and healing for those, oh God, who stand in need, whether they were here in this place or over social media. We ask them, God, that whatever was said, God, that it is good seed that falls on good ground and that we will forever give you the glory. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Amen. We will see you guys tomorrow.
One more thing. You all got a podcast as well. How do we get your podcast, Mr. and Miss Cole?
The Passion Podcast. We are Marriage Oneness, and it's located on our website, DannyAmelia.org.
Mhm.
That's Danny, DANNY, Amelia, AMELIA.org. Or anywhere you listen to your podcast, be it Spotify, Apple, we're out there.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
And Sean, you got a podcast as well, don't you?
Trust the process.
Man, you can catch us on YouTube, TTP TV, Conversations with the Cannons. I'm so glad that they brought that up because I most definitely got an exclusive episode with the Maze. And I'm going to drop it this week because it's been done for a whole year.
Wow.
And yeah, man, we might drop it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because it's there. But I appreciate y'all for having us, man. I'm super thankful, super blessed. It most definitely was very interesting, and I'm looking forward to more conversations. You know what I'm saying?
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Same bat time.
Same bat place.
2 men in hats.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Good morning. Good morning. You already know what time it is. Tony, Lavelle, 2 Minute Hats Podcast. Pull up to the table, grab a seat, let's begin. Real conversations when the hats come in. Life lessons, relationships too. Different perspectives, but the talk stay true. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Life, love, truth, and wisdom. Yeah, we talking about it. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Don't miss it on Facebook and YouTube. Pull up and go kick it. Tony got perspective. The bell bring it truth. And when Queen Watkins pull up, she spilling that tea for you. Queen Watkins segment. Like that TAT. You know when Queen step in the room, the conversation getting real, real soon. Real, real soon. Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's talk